Hello guys, welcome to DG Labs. I hope you guys are doing well. Yes, friends, we have already started the placement series uh, and we have covered up a lot of questions, okay, tentative important questions that are asked in interview, right? I think for those people who are new to this channel, I think you need to go and watch out some of my previous videos, okay, where I have discussed some important questions that can be asked in interview. All right, the link to those videos will be provided in the description, so you can refer to that. And for those people who are continuing watching these video series, I hope you like you are following me, and whatever questions I'm putting in these videos, okay, you are able to work out on those, and I hope you are able to get a clear answer or a good answer for yourselves, right? Yeah. Okay, so continuing further to the placement series, I have come up with one more video tutorial for you. In today's series, we are going to just talk about the basic interview skills. When I say interview skills, means what are the important things that you have to remember when you are sitting for an interview or on the day of interview. All right, yeah. So just continuing with that, okay. I'm going to first today discuss about the basic do's and don'ts of interviewing. Okay, means what are the things you have to take care of. Okay, and what are the things you have to avoid when you are sitting for an interview. All right. So let me just write it first. Do's and don'ts. Right? How do you write it? Do's and okay. Do's and don'ts. Do's and don'ts of interviewing. Okay, so I think we guys have seen so many videos like and we came across so many questions and all. By now, you must be clear with this question, right? Or this topic, do's and don'ts. Mean what are the things you have to follow when you are sitting for an interview? What things you have to take care of so that your interview goes well and you are able you are getting selected for the interview, right? And there are certain things that you have to avoid, okay, so that you don't get into an awkward kind of situation, and because of that you lose your job, right? So you have to take care of those things. So first of all, I'm going to talk a little bit about the don'ts that you have to take care of when you are sitting for an interview, or when you're preparing, or when you're actually giving the interview. And then we'll discuss about the do's of the interview. All right. So the first don'ts that I would suggest to people is, do not assume anything. First of all, do not be overconfident that you know everything. All right. There would be chances that you would commit mistakes. There would be chances that you may not know those things. So in those situations, what you should do, you should try to be genuine. You should try to be yourself. Okay. Do not try to exaggerate. Do not try to fake yourself by giving explanations for things. If you don't know the answer, you should say no. You should apologize. If you don't know anything, okay, try to give an explanation that you don't have the right knowledge, okay, and you are willing to learn, right? Yeah. Do not try to give your way of action. Just trying to impress the HR, right? The HR himself has a lot of experience. He has done a lot of interviews, so he knows well. Okay, who has the who which guy has a capability, who doesn't, right? So try to be simple, try to be genuine, and try to give appropriate answers. Means try to express yourself rather than trying to fake. Okay, that's the whole thing. So the second thing that you need to follow is not to you know not to form any prejudgments. As I said, the same thing, do not assume anything, do not form prejudgments of anything. Okay, you need to wait, you need to have patience. Okay, do not get too much overexcited, or do not be suppressed, or dull on your day of interview, right? You have to be energetic, you have to be enthusiastic, and at the same time you have to be alert, right? That's more important. And the second thing that I want to discuss with you when it comes to tones is, do not interrupt. Do not interrupt the HR. Well, it doesn't not just go with the HR round, it also goes with you when you are sitting for a GD round, right? Group discussion. Okay. When you're sitting for a group discussion, okay, you must listen to your fellow people, fellow friends who are, discussing, right? You should wait for your turn. Okay. And do not try to, interrupt them. Okay. You should listen to their opinions, and then you should put down your opinions as well. Okay. So the main thing is you should have patience. That's very important, right? And at the same time, you should, come up with your answers. Okay. You should try to listen to the person. You be a good listener. Try to listen to the person, understand what he's saying. And if you think, he is wrong, or then you can come up with your own explanation for that, right? Yeah. So that is one thing that you have to take care of when you're sitting for a GD. And even when you're, sitting for HR round, when the HR is asking you question, let him complete the question. Okay, take a pause of 5 minutes. Sorry, 5 seconds. Take a pause of 5 to 10 seconds, and then analyze the question what he has asked you, and then come up with your answer. Okay, that's the best way of dealing with the interview or dealing with the question, right? Suppose the HR asks you, okay, tell me the movie that you really watched, the movie, and then you suddenly, interrupted him. Okay, the movie that I watched last uh, week, or the movie that I watched yesterday was actually he was asking you the movie that you have not watched, right? So sometimes the question may get that incomplete when if you try to interrupt, right? So be be active but have patience. That's more important when you are sitting for an interview. Okay, do not interrupt. Okay, just take care of this thing. Next thing is be polite. Do not get angry. Do not get overexcited, and do not get you know do not get into any kind of argument. That's important, right? So especially when sitting for an GD, right? So there will be like people will be there, and your fellow people, your fellow friends may have difference of opinion. At that time, you have to maintain your calm and give up your answers. Well, you don't have to argue a lot. You don't have to argue at all. You have to come up with a sensible answer which makes a sense, right? Yeah. And at the same time, if you feel something is very contradicting, or if you think that something is so you can with courtesy you can and polite behavior you can ask the person that he is going out of the topic, or he is discussing something which is irrelevant. Okay. And you can request him to stick to the topic and stick to the things which needs to be discussed, right? Yeah. So that thing you have to maintain. And one more thing is, you know, when you're going for an interview, please dress well. Don't not go in casuals. That's one thing that you have to remember. Obviously, that's important and it makes sense, right? Yeah, you should be groomed well. Do not go with heavy, lofty beards or piercing and all these things. Please try to avoid it. Okay, and no stripes, no spiky hairs and all. Like try to avoid those things. Okay? Be try to be simple and sober. That's important. You can do all those stuff when you are in your normal days, but that's it. This is the day of your job, right? And you don't want because of any such silly thing you lose the job. The most important thing in your life at that moment, right? Yeah. So please avoid those things and try to follow the instructions which are I'm putting up over here, and try to follow them. Okay, so that you don't create mistakes on that day, and because of which you lose the job, right? Okay, let's come to the do's that you have to follow. The first would be you have to when you're asking question, you should ask both open and close questions, right? You can ask some open-ended questions or some closed questions, right? Yeah. But the main thing is, right, you should be asking questions. That shows that how active you are, and you are listening to the you're listening and trying to understand the questions being asked by the HR, right? Yeah. Do verify understanding through probing and confirming questions. In case if you're not sure with the question, okay, if you have doubt on the question, please do pause, and you can ask for giving explanation, or you can ask to re-ask the question, right? Yeah, you can confirm the question that was being asked to you. Do not pre-assume, do not assume anything, and give your own answer about the question which was never asked to you, right? So please, before answering any question, please do confirm if you're not sure with the question. Okay. And as I said, do avoid confrontations. Okay, do not get involved into any kind of argument. Do not get agitated, right? Maintain your calm and try to be polite and courteous. To act in a friendly but professional manner, that's important. Yes. Yeah, maybe the HR of maybe of your own young age, the HR, just to make the situation normal or friendly, he might share some jokes, or he may be a little friendly to you, but it doesn't means that he's he's your friend. He is still a professional, and he's still an HR, right? And his job is to select you over there. So yes, it's good to be friendly, but at the same time, it's good to know that you are sitting there for your job, right? So keep your emotions attached. Okay, keep your emotions aside, and try to be professional, and try to respect that, and try to be good in terms of means behave in a professional manner. That's what I want to say. And be an active listener. That is also important, right? When you are when the HR asking you questions, please do listen to the question. Okay, understand it, and then give the answer. Okay, it doesn't looks good when you every time you confirm the question, or every time you ask him, sir, what did you say, are you saying this or that, right? Do not make the situation annoying. Rather, be a good listener, understand the question, and then give your answers, right? And do take notes. That is also important. Do not be be too much obsessive about it. Do not be too much obsessive, like you have to take notes for everything. All right, sometimes you can, if you think that it's really necessary for you to take notes, you can do that. Okay, and if you think like it's not necessary, then you can avoid, right? Okay. For example, if you're going for a GD, right? So right, in GD, before discussing any topic, the HR will give you a time to prepare, right? So that time you can take a note, and you can make note of your the topic, and you can come up with your own conclusion. And also, that's one place where you need to write notes. Okay, and there can be one more instance, like during pre-presentation talks or pre-placement talk, the company HR might discuss about the company. So that time also you can write notes, and you can prepare yourself. And mostly in HR round, there is not actually notes are required, but yes, if the HR has to give you some tasks, okay, definitely he will provide you notes. And also, don't be too much obsessive about writing notes every time. Okay, whenever you feel it's necessary, just go ahead with that. Okay. Okay, next. So, do not let the interviewee do most of the talking. Yes, you should also indulge yourself when when you're sitting for interview. But he's not the only person in that room, right? You're also present. So it should not be just one-way conversation. It should be a two-way conversation, right? Yeah. So when he's asking you questions, do answer them. Okay, answer, listen to them, understand it, and you can also ask some questions. Maybe it could be related to the job, or if you're not understanding the question, you can ask in that, right? Do establish rapport early and maintain it. Yeah, that is also important. Try to build a rapport early and maintain it. How could you do that? The first question itself, when the HR asks you, talk something about yourself. Okay, don't go in a the as usual and casual answer that everybody gives, right? The HR may get bored of you. So come up with an interesting and creative way of introducing yourself. Okay, you can talk more about your hobbies, interests, and the activities that you like doing, right? So that will help to make the situation friendly. That will help you to build a rapport with your HR. And yes, you can be a little more confident when you're giving answers, right? Yeah. To maintain control over the subject matter. Yes, this is very important, right? Remember, you are sitting there for interview, right? You are not there to mail, build. communication, or do kind of some kind of bonding or something like that, right? So in order to get interview and in order to get selected, you should have complete control of the subject, right? So try to have knowledge, try to be good in the domain that you are sitting for, try to be good in the skills that the HR needs. Okay, read the job description, understand what's the requirement, try to be good in that. Okay, so that whatever questions you are being asked, you are able to answer them confidently. All right, yeah. So not just that with the technical. Okay, when if we, even if he asks you questions about the company, so you should be confident enough to give answer, right? So do a little bit of research. That's more important to establish a time frame for the interview and stick to it. Yes, what actually it means is that you need to be punctual. All right, you need to be more and active, proactive with your work, and try to reach the interview spot uh, like 10 to 15 minutes early. That's important, right? If your interview location is far, then you can always one day before you can come up to the venue. You can see the venue, measure the you know analyze the distance from your house, and then you can plan accordingly, right? But my ideal suggestions would be try to reach the interview location 15 to 20 minutes early. That always gives a good impact. It gives good impression about you, right? Yeah. And when you are concluding your interview, please do it in a polite and positive manner. That's important. How can you create a positive impact? By thanksgiving him for having time of interviewing you, and finally concluding the interview with a firm handshake, right? Firm handshake and a smile. That's the most important thing. And if the HR asks you to ask any question, please do ask question. Please prepare your question ahead of your interview, right? Yeah, definitely the HR may ask you to ask some questions. So there you have to be ready with your question that you can ask, right? Yeah. So just go ahead with all these topics or things that I have discussed to you. Okay, and if you prepare well, definitely you'll be able to answer, and you'll be able to give your interview in a better way, right? Okay. Next, coming to some more other important things. Okay, so now this is something which I discuss as do's and don'ts of interview, right? So obviously every time the interview would not go good, right? So which are the situations in which the interview you know may go wrong? Okay, what are the instances at which the interview may go wrong? So let's also discuss about that. Okay, so that we'll have an idea. Okay, you people have an idea. Okay, these are the things that I have to take care of. Okay, and I don't repeat these mistakes uh, during the interview, right? Okay, so I name it as interview keywords. Right? So interview mistakes, most common mistakes that any candidate can make, and because of which he may lose the job, right? So let's try to focus on it. The most common mistakes any student or any interviewee can make. Okay, the first one would be trying to be too much friendly with the HR. Okay, maybe the HR is good. Maybe the HR is talking good to you, but being friendly sometimes can cost you the job, right? So yes, be friendly. If the HR is talking to you well, yes, it's important to talk, but yes, you have to maintain your professional professionalism, right? You have to behave in a professional manner and keep all your emotions aside, right? So that's the first lesson that you should learn. The second lesson that you must uh, learn or you must remember when you are sitting for interview is not listening to the question carefully. This is also one instance where you may lose the job, right? Maybe the HR asks you something, okay, and you are not sure, you are giving the opposite answer, right? So there could be a chance that you may lose the job. So try to understand what the HR is asking you, and come up with the right explanation or the right answer. So the next thing that you must remember is saying we instead of referring to your own achievements. Sometimes what happens is, like, out of your excitement or out of nervousness, you started start saying we instead of referring to your own achievements, right? So the HR will have an assumption that it was not your contribution, it was a team's contribution in which you are present, right? Yeah. So when he's asking about your achievements, try to stick to your achievement. Okay. Do not state we. Instead, try to use I when you are talking about your own personal achievements. Okay. So this is one mistake that you have to avoid. Okay. And try to understand. Okay, what I'm trying to tell you, and make sure you do not make such mistakes when you are sitting for your interview. All right. Cool. Let's go ahead with next. Making very general statements which lack substance. Sometimes what happens is, people, maybe you are not sure with the answer, okay, and you are giving just general statements. Suppose he asks you to describe OOPS, and you don't know anything about OOPS, what is there inside OOPS, object oriented programming, right? There is inheritance, abstraction, polymorphism, and like things. So if you're not sure about the OOPS concept, okay, do not try to exaggerate, do not try to tell your own answer, do not try to give general statements, okay, if you're not sure with the answer, right? Yeah, rather you can say, sorry sir, I am not sure with the answers for this. Okay. I would try to learn it, okay, and try to learn it and try to you know get more knowledge about this topic, right? Yeah, that's the good way of being honest with your approach, right? So please avoid such mistakes. Okay, the HR is clever enough to understand that you have no knowledge about the topic, right? Okay. The next thing that you should take care of when you are, you know, sitting for an interview is being over enthusiastic. Sometimes what happens is that, especially when you're sitting for a GD or something, because of that environment and all people discussing and, uh, you know, uh, cheering and all these things, you may get overexcited and you may lose on some things which are really important. Okay. You never listen to the question. You never listen to your friends answers and their opinions, and you gave your own statements. Okay, so that creates a wrong impression of you, right? So try to be calm, try to be polite, okay, and do not be too much excited, okay, on the day of your interview. Okay, and yes, maintain a professional behavior. That's important, right? Yeah, so understand the situation, understand the question, and then give your answers. All right, so next, see the next one. Being poorly prepared. Yes, this goes with the previous statement also. Being very giving general statements. So being poorly prepared. Okay, be thorough with your subject. That's important. Okay, if you're not confident enough of the topic, it's better to say no. And I would suggest you, okay, when you're sitting for technical interview and all, please have a good knowledge of your the subject. Okay, and how can you do that? Please and try to understand the job description which is mentioned in the invitation, right? That's important. You should know what skills they are looking for and whether you have knowledge on that or not. If you don't have knowledge, please try to learn things, try to understand some of the important concepts, the common questions that can be asked in interview. Okay, so that you don't fumble, you do not do not go blank on the day of your interview, right? Yeah. See, it's all about confidence. So like how what kind of confidence you show on the day of your interview, right? Yeah. So you, in order to overcome such annoying situations or embarrassment, it's always good to be well prepared before your interview. Okay, so please prepare well before you sit for your interview. Okay, let's go with the next question. Sorry, the next answer for this. interview keywords is slouching, mumbling, speaking slowly. Yeah, this is also important. Okay, do not lean too much, do not slouch too much. Okay, be active and attentive. That is important, and be loud and clear when you are talking to your HR. Right, that's important. Yes, if your HR is not able to listen to you, right, so that will not uh, create a good impact, right? Suppose you're sitting, I'm giving instances like you're sitting in a GD room and there are a lot of candidates over there, and somehow you manage to get a chance, right? And that's the only chance you have. So you have to be loud, you have to be clear, and you have to be concise to your top points, right? And imagine you speak very slow, even the HR or the evaluator is not able to hear you properly, right? So that you may lose the job, right? You may not, if the HR or evaluator is not listening to you, he'll not understand what you're trying to speak, right? So it's very important that you speak loud, you speak clear, right? And restrict your words. That's important, right? Yeah. As I said, do not, uh, uh, discuss things which are irrelevant, which are not related to the topic or the topic of discussion, of course, right? Yeah. So all these things would come only through practice, right? You need to practice before sitting for an interview. You can do that at home, or you can practice these activities, with your friends, right? You can form a circle of friends, and you can do a little bit of mocks before your interview. That would really help, in getting confidence. All right, let's see with the next point. So the next point says that nothing knowing nothing about the company to whom you are talking. Yeah, this is also a danger, a red flag for you. So if the HR asks you about the company and at that time you go blank, right? So that will not create a good impact, right? So it's always good to do a little bit of research about the company. You can check out their company's website, their portal, okay, where you'll get sufficient details. You can also check the Wikipedia page of the company, yeah, and you can also check the LinkedIn pages of the company, right? So try to get enough information about the company, the kind of work the company does, okay, the places where it is situated, the revenue that is being earned by the company, number of employees, right? And the recent achievements, okay, the media reports of the company, right? So these are some important things that you have to take care of when you're preparing for when you're actually trying to search about the company. All right. Yeah, and please do prepare about the company. It is very important. You never know when can the company ask to explain or ask about their organization. So you should be ready with this question in ahead, right? Okay, let's go with the last point. So the last point, which is important, is making derogatory remarks about your previous employers. Yes, I think in my previous video also I talked about one. There was one question is why do you want to change your job, or why you're looking for a job. So there you have to talk about your previous employers. And as I said, like, do not give negative feedbacks about your previous employer or your manager, right? Yeah, if you are giving that, the HR will assume that when you leave this company or when you are inside the company, you'll also have the similar behavior or similar kind of reaction for the current manager or the employers, right? Yeah, so try to give positive remarks about your employer, previous employer, your manager, or the work, right? Yeah, and do not be too much aggressive. Do not be too much, personal about your previous work, right? Yeah, you can always end up in a positive note. So I have discussed about that in my previous video. Do check out that video, that interview, common interview, more interview skills video. You can check that and you can get a proper idea about what I have discussed over there, right? So, friends, these are the most common interview caveats or most common mistakes, okay, the candidate can make, and because of which he can lose the job, right? So, try to, avoid these mistakes. That's why I have put it in a red color, red flag. These are the red flags of your interview, right? So, avoid these mistakes, okay? Do not repeat them, okay? and try to overcome them. So how can you do it? Just by practicing. So the best way to practice is you can do it at your home. You can do it in front of your mirror. Okay, you can talk about yourself, or you can form a group of friends, okay, with whom you can discuss, and you can take up mock interviews. Okay, so these are the important red flags for your interview, so you have to avoid them. Okay, and if you are able to avoid this, if you are able to manage these points which are discussed over here, definitely you will be able to crack your interview. All right. Okay. So now that I have discussed about the red flags, what are the green flags that you have to remember, right? So let's discuss that also, the green flags. So I have mentioned the green flags as good interview skills, right? So let's check out those things, the good interview skills. What are the good interview skills that we have to remember when you are actually sitting for your interview? Okay, so I just put it as good interview skills. All right, so let's do a little bit of editing. We want the, all right, okay, I put it over here. Good interview skills. So, what are the good interview skills that you have to follow? Okay, so that you increase your chances of selection, right? That's important. So, the first point, you know, that you have to remember or you have to practice when you are actually sitting for interview or on day of your interview would be a good handshake. Yes, that's important. Yes or no? So I believe an interview which is ended on a positive and a good handshake always have a higher chances of selection, right? Yeah. And good handshake, when I say good handshake, it should be firm as well. Okay, not just a lean handshake or a casual handshake. It should be firm, right? Means that shows the kind of confidence you can show to their recruiter, right? And how to do a good handshake, I think I have discussed about the good handshake section in one of my videos, like corporate business etiquettes, right? You need to follow that video. I'll share the link in the description. You can go and follow that video. Okay, and you'll be able to understand what is a good and a firm handshake. All right, cool. Let's go ahead with the next point. So the next point, which is important, okay, and which helps you to have a good interview of yours, is pronounce the interviewer's name properly. Yeah, this is very important, and actually this is dangerous as well. If you are very much sure with the interviewer's name, then only take the name. Otherwise, it's always advisable to avoid it. Okay, no, in order to avoid embarrassment, right? That's the important. And if you're sure with the name, please do pronounce the name properly. That's important, right? Yeah. So please take care of this point. It is important. If you are sure with the name, then only go ahead. And if you're not sure, and please do avoid your name, calling the interviewer with the name, right? Until unless he says you to be friendly, or he tells you to talk to him with a name. That's important. All right. Get the interviewer to a lot of the talking. Get the interviewer to do a lot of talking. That's important, right? What it means is, do not lose your patience. Okay, do not interrupt the interviewer. Okay, let him ask you the question. That's important. And yeah, when he asking you questions, okay, do not speak all the things at one go. Rather, you should keep some points or some things for the next question as well. Now, for an instance, he asks you to describe about yourself. So do not start everything in one question. Okay, do not say everything about you in the first question itself, because he has the resume, and he has other questions as well to ask you. Am I right? So, try to give him time, try to restrict or be brief in the first question. All right. Yeah. So Max, you can talk about in your first question would be about yourself, okay, place you belong from, your education or work history, and your hobbies and interests. That's the good way of summing up the first question itself. All right. Yeah. Cool. Let's go ahead and see the next question. So the next question that the next point that would be important, okay, in this good interview skill is maintain good eye contact with your interviewer. Yes, of course, this is important, right? Yes, you need to maintain a good eye contact with your interviewer. Okay, do not look anywhere around. Okay, when you are replying or you're giving him answers, because that shows the lack of confidence that you have. That shows the kind of nervousness that you have, and you're not sure about your answers, right? Yeah. So when you're talking to your interviewer, please maintain the eye contact, okay, and answer it with a gentle smile, right? So that always helps to give a good, healthy presentation of yourself, right? So please maintain that. That will help you to uh, be good in your interview. All right. Let's see the next point. So the next points, yeah, it's just a continuation of the previous one. Smile. Look as if you're enjoying the conversation. Yes, that's important, right? Yeah. So when you're sitting for an interview and when you're giving reply for the question being asked, please try to have a pleasant smile, because that's important. If you're not maintaining a good smile, and you show an ugly or a dull face, okay, that would not even give the interest to the HR to ask you questions, right? Right. So try to be active, try to be maintain the eye contact, try to smile. That's important. All right. So that would come only through practice. If you practice well, I think you will be good with it. Let's see the next one. All right. So the next one is also important. Have a confident posture. Yes, do not slouch, do not lean. Have a good posture. That's important. Okay. I think I have my in my video of corporate business etiquettes. I have also mentioned the sitting posture. Okay. Try to maintain an angle of 125 degree. Okay. How does it look? You can check the video of uh, corporate business etiquettes. You'll get an idea about it. All right. So now let's just look at the other points. So the next point, which is important, is this: mirror your interviewer's body language. That's important, right? So what it's trying to tell you is, analyze your interviewer's body language. What kind of a person he is. Is he strict? Is he friendly? Is he, like, enthusiastic or like that? So doing kind of cross checking before the interview, okay, and analyzing it is always good, right? So that you can build up your mindset and you can proceed with your interview ahead, right? Yeah. So try to practice it, try to analyze it. Okay. It can only happen through mock interviews, so try giving mock interviews in with your friends and colleagues. That will help you. Keep all your answers positive. That's important. Yes, do not go in a negative mode of answering, right? Because what would happen is, if you're giving negative answers, it will create a good not it will create a bad impact of you, and you may lose the job, right? So when you're talking about your previous employer, or when you're talking about your weakness, or when you're talking about your hobbies or your you being successful, try to put positive answers. Okay. Yeah, that's important, because if you're not putting positive answers, he might he might have a different kind of assumption about you as a person, and he may think that you are not a good resource to that can be hired, right? Yeah. So please try to maintain a positive attitude and a positive uh, you know atmosphere around you. That would always help you to be confident during your interview time. All right. So show enthusiasm. That's again the same thing. It's important. Listen carefully. That's also important. When you are listening carefully, you'll be able to give the right answer. You'll be able to give the proper answer, which is being asked by your interviewer, right? Yeah. So try to be good listener. Do not, do not interrupt the HR if he is asking you something. Okay, give him his time. Okay, and you can always pause for 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, introspect the question and then come up with your answer. Okay, that's the good way of. And in case if you're not sure with the question, you can also politely ask the interviewer to repeat the question. Yeah, so that will give him an idea that yes, you are not just an active listener, but you're also alert, and you're also having a good courtesy and polite behavior, right? Ask, ask the interviewer questions when the opportunity arises. So yes, if you are not sure with any kind of question, you can always ask him. And obviously, every interviewer will ask you to ask some questions if you have any questions at the time of interview, mostly in the end of the interview, right? Yeah. So please be prepared with your question ahead. And if you think you need to ask something that really triggered you at that time of point in the interview round, so please go ahead and ask it. But make sure it should be a positive question. Okay, it should be with respect to the benefit, with respect to the company's objective and the need, right? It should be relevant and meaningful. That's important, right? Yeah. So just take care of the these points. These are very important points, and these are the green flags, right? If you practice them, definitely you'll be able to crack your interview, in a successful and in a confident manner, right? So I think, guys, we have discussed about the red flags and the green flags. Okay, these are the green flags, and the previous the topic that interview caveats were the red flags of your interview. So if you are able to practice them, if you're able to bring it in your interview or interviews, okay, definitely you'll be able to achieve, and definitely you'll be able to crack your interview on a successful manner, right? So I wish you all the best, guys. Okay, do practice these skills. These skills are very important, and it would definitely help you in your interview. Okay, so with that, I would like to end the video for today. Thank you so much for listening to me. Yes, if you like this video, what you have to do, you have to just like the video and share it with your friends, okay? So that they will also get the knowledge about the interview skills. And yes, you need to subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon, because with that, you'll get a notification about the new videos that I'm coming up with. And also one more thing that is important is you need to write comments about the how we are doing with the interview tutorials. If you like these interview tutorials, you can write your comments. And if you have some special requests, okay, if you think that I need to come up with a certain topic on soft skills and the interviews, okay, I would definitely like to come up with those. So your comments are very important. So with that, I would like to end today's video. Thank you for watching me and goodbye. Thank you.